Hi, dreamers. Well, I've been traveling a ton this summer, and so a ton of my trading has been done in a bathing suit, beachside or poolside. That said, I've been able to do stock and overall macro market research through my sunglasses, and have still been achieving pretty consistent results. So today I'll review the end of the month totals where I'll show you my dividend and options income. This month I made over $28,500 in investment income. So let's take a look at the detail. Alright, so here we are in my spreadsheet, and you can see for August of 2025, I made just under $15,000 with $14,956. And you can see how pretty consistent I'm becoming across May, June, July, and August. And part of the reason for this plateau is because I've shifted one of my accounts to more growth stocks, as I'm finding my income is easily able to cover all of my expenses, especially with my consistent options income. And I've started an entire new series on some of the growth areas that I see in the market. So check that out as they come out in the series. And so for options in August, my total income, net of fees and costs, was $13,592. So let's dive into some of the detail in those two categories. So in terms of dividends, I got $26 from Apple, a couple dollars from AbbVie, $9 from ASML, over $400 from Beth, which is a pretty speculative crypto play focused on futures. I got $215 from BMO, which is a very steady, safe bet, and over $700 from BTI, the international tobacco giant. I got just about $600 from Devo, one of my absolute favorite safe ETFs, and $78 from EBF, a small cap commercial play. I got about $200 from this cash holding, and then just about $1,000 from the Goldman income products of GPIQ and GPIX. Then I got $300 from HTGC and $58 from IDVO, another Amplify product focused on the international markets. I got $366 from IYRI and $821 from JEPQ. Just a couple of dollars from MasterCard, $184 from Maine, over $300 from NVO, a position that I've been wheeling in my options account, and just a trickle from my remaining shares of O. I got $365 from OMAH and almost $600 from PTY. And that's followed by $444 from another cash position. Then I got over $1,200 from QQQI, which is one of my favorite income ETFs, and then almost $400 from QUSA. I got $167 from another cash position, and $975 from SpyEye, the sister product to QQQI. And I've done dedicated videos on both of those products. And to round out the month, I got $38 from Stag, $450 from TLTP, $14 from TXN, and another $5,000 from other accounts. And that's what brought me to my almost $15,000 in dividend income. But going over to options, my strategy as of late has been to really delve deep into research, which so far has been paying off, and also look for momentum changes in terms of buyers and sellers and options flow of particular stocks. And so one of the stocks I've done well on is A-Lab, and I made almost $1,500 just on that one ticker. And another stock that I've done really well on is Avgo. And if you know me at all, you know I'm very high conviction on Avgo and have done several distinct videos on the company. So I made almost $3,000 on Avgo in August and some additional money in September already. A couple of the other positions I did well on was CLS and Credo Technology, and across these two made another $3,400. And so one of the things I'm learning from options, especially in this highly volatile and very unpredictable market, is simply to do less, be more targeted, and simply act with more conviction based on my research. And so where does that leave me with my cumulative investment income chart? Well, here you can see my all-in dividend income for 2024 as of August was just over $70,000. And my all-in dividend income for 2025 is over the $100,000 mark at $107,322. But as you know, I started options trading a couple of years ago. And so my all-in investment income for 2024 as of August was just under $170,000. And so here we are in August of 2025. And so my dividend plus options plus interest income as of August is $183,786. And so it looks like so far I am on track to get very close to that $300,000 mark in investment income for the year, which is very exciting. And that's not all. I'll leave you with a little bonus look at something else that I rarely show. This is a live look at my Fidelity account, the one that I report on. And so you can see here that my balance has grown to over $2 million, which is a major milestone for me. And the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because every month I'm reporting out my options income and my dividend income, but I only report out the total principal base quarterly. And recently I've noticed a lot of folks trying their hand at ultra high yield investments. And the problem with those, which I've covered recently in videos, is that they ultimately erode principal. And as a serious investor, that is the one thing you want to avoid, because your dividends and options are going to be generated off of your base principal. And so while you want your income to grow, you also want to preserve and grow your base principal. And the other thing I wanted to point out here is just a reminder that I don't have a 9-to-5 anymore, and I'm not putting any additional money into this portfolio. And in fact, you can see here the reminder that I'm actually living off of this portfolio. And so my net deposits and withdrawals are going to always be a negative because I'm paying my mortgage, my cell phone, my food, my everything directly from this portfolio. And so the strategy that I'm showing you every single month in the portfolio strategy videos, and with all of the different stocks that I'm covering, whether income producing or growth, are designed to have the perfect mix to cover your bills and give you a nice return in the safest way possible. And so I hope that is helpful for you as you think about the myriad of options you have out there to cover your short-term bills and long-term goals of a safe, happy, prosperous retirement. Let me know what you think in the comments. Well, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this dividend income update. And if you want a richer, real-time experience with me, you can always follow me on Instagram or X. And if you're doing your own research using Seeking Alpha, feel free to find the link below to subscribe if you want, no pressure. As always, I encourage you to do your own research, then implement and learn by putting it into practice. And as a reminder, I'm not a financial advisor, so keep in mind these videos are for entertainment and inspiration only. I'll see you on the flip side.